I first got into spinning when we were about 16 years old. Myself and a group of my friends from high school, and we all had really bad jobs before we started spinning signs. But we all went and we got this job with this temp staffing company who said, "Hey, just stand here on the street corner and hold this sign like this big oversized arrow. Just hold it. You can shake it around a little bit if you want, like this." And we went and got the job. They put us out there on our first day. And after about 10 minutes, it was the worst job in the world. It was the most boring thing you can imagine, because you can't get any better at just shaking a sign on the corner going like this. Extreme sports background. We were all skateboarders, we were surfers, snowboarders, and we looked at this sign and we said, "Hey, we can make this job better. We can do something better than just standing here with the sign and sitting there." So what we started doing is we started inventing tricks with the sign that we had in our hands. And one of us said, "Hey, look, watch, I can spin this sign around." And another guy said, "Hey, no, watch, I can flip it around." And another guy said, "Oh, I can put it behind my back, put it above my head." And right from there, things just started snowballing. That was kind of the birth of a sport. But a couple of years of spinning and really starting to get good at doing some tricks, we found that the crowd passing by really loved it. Those were our fans to us. Being on the corner is like being on a stage. And the people driving by and the people walking by, they were our fans. And so when we started getting love from our fans, started getting that recognition, the thumbs up, the big honks, the waves, the screams of all the girls, we loved it, and we decided that, hey, this is our sport, and not only that, it really works.
I need you to train me. I'm gonna break you down, boy, and it's gonna take the better part of a Saturday. You gonna hold this sign up one way or another.
And practice is mandatory for all the sign spinners in LA. They have to come to it once a week, mandatory, Wednesday 3:30 to 5. And there is where they get, learn the tricks, get the training they need to become an all-star sign spinner, get out there on the corner. We'll do, drills, stretches, warm-ups, we'll do push-ups, sit-ups, things like that. I have drills called the caterpillar where my guys line up and they'll have to point, smile, and wave, then run to the back to the line, and the other guys will run up in front. Call that the caterpillar. I have another drill called the freestyle circle.
Oh, this is a freestyle circle, okay? And what this is meant for is just to get you more comfortable on the corner. People will be looking at you from all directions. Some people will be smiling, some people will be frowning, some people will not be looking. Some people will be talking on the cell phone. You still have to point, smile, and wave at them, okay? So watch me, okay? I'm gonna hit, all of you guys are targets. I'm gonna hit every single one of you before I stop spinning.
People will get in the circle and learn and show the other teammates what they learned that day at practice, like certain tricks or procedures or certain point, something like that.
One of the first guys I ever had the pleasure of working with, and he's a really cool guy. His name is Jeremy White, and he's one of the best sign spinners in the world. So let's watch him do his thing. #1, baby! Best sign spinner in the world. One of them, sure. Look at it, not even spinning it, just moving it.
I still keep this card. They don't make this anymore. Jeremy White, long time ago. I can still keep it. That's how much I love the guy. I've always looked up to him. Half my style is like based on what he used to do, things he does. When I first saw him spinning, I thought it was the craziest shit. So how did you guys do that? Really?
Yeah. For sure, yeah, I'm the best sign spinner in LA. Why? Seriously, I'm just the best. Nobody compares to me.
I'm the best because that's just the way it is. There's no other way it could be.
They can't see you in the battle?
Oh no.
No, you don't think so?
I'm so fast, no one can see me.
Does anyone want to challenge him? No? Alright, we got a challenger. Yeah.
Oh! You think you're the best? You think you're number one? Step back.
We also compete, like it's real friendly competition. You know, a lot of my guys like to compete with one another. So, you know, a lot of my all-stars like Jeremy White, Adrian Cejudo, Steven Garcia, Anthony Erickson, Dennis Daniels, Tom Tucker, all these guys, they're like real great sign spinners, and they like to compete with one another, you know, to see who's better, to see who's got that new trick or something like that. During Aero Advertising's national competition, how we judge our competitors is based on 3 aspects: advertising ability, technical ability, and performance. It depends on the competition, but there's usually 2 to 3 heats per competition, and obviously the higher your score, the longer, you know, the higher up in the heats you go. If it does indeed come to a sudden death match between the final 2 competitors of the competition, they usually go from anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute long, and whoever drops the sign first loses.
I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock. Whoever's most successful in the next 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Close it down! Alright. Sancho El Smooth, I gotta admit, he was a little more technical towards the last 30 seconds of the competition, but you gotta put your arms up and you're the defending champion. Hold it down.
This is not a concession.
I'm the best sign spinner.
Don't listen to this guy.
Best sign
Just
spinner.
alright.
Best sign spinner.
One day maybe, after I'm dead.
So in the future, I mean, we really plan on realizing our dream of having this as a worldwide sport. I mean, really, we want to see aero in the Olympics.
I see us on the X Games by 2010 or 2011 minimum.
We want to see aero sign spinning next to javelin tossing and you know the high jump. I mean, we really believe that that's how it can happen.
I do see this becoming an epidemic, if you will. All the kids are going to love this. It will be the new form of that. It will be the new skateboarding of its generation. That's where I see it going.
Our big dream is to be able to have teams across the world competing with each other and making this into a worldwide sport with us Aero Advertising as the league, so that we can make sure that the sport stays true to its roots.
You want to spin? Go ahead. Try it out. See how much you like it. People don't really last more than 6 months.
We're here.
adrenaline, elevate organically. Life begins when the record spins and ends, blended into the next with scratches. RJ constructs the canvas, I find the color that matches.